The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the EMissyk's Loose Lip Show. I'm your girl, EMissy K, and together we are the ladies of Loose Lips. Welcome. We have a full show today, so we're going to start with our introductions. My girl over here, Lady D. Hey.
Hey, honey.
You look sassy.
Yeah, thank you.
Lala.
Hey. This is Lala. I'm here.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
And we got our special guest with us today, Miss Lady DJ Jamar.
Yes, the lady.
What it do?
I love her.
She is not a stranger. But it's your first time on Loose Lips.
Yes.
How you feel? You excited?
I'm good.
Y'all see that T-shirt?
Yes, we see.
Way to represent. So we have a full show for you guys today. As always, we plan on being fun and entertaining.
Always.
And I'm going to let them run this show today because I sound like Aquanetta.
Whoever that is.
I'm all nasal. I'm like, oh my goodness, get it together.
You all right? Yeah.
I'm good.
You good.
All right.
It's a little raspy.
She said I'm good. Well, all right then.
Yeah,
So Lala.
I'm here.
Lala.
I was fighting it. Oh
You
my
fight
God.
every week.
Get over it.
Fighting it. I'm like, please. I'm not getting sick. Okay.
It took me down.
Crazy.
It took me down. Man down. Haley waking me up talking about, I want to go to Knott's Berry Farm. I'm like,
So
now.
not today.
Not today.
I sent her on her way. She was, I said, good.
Go have
Just take the credit card. Leave me alone.
Right. Well,
Lala, what's on everyone's lips?
Everyone's lips. Almost every year for the last, I'll say about 6 years, about 4 or 5 men or young kids, kings and queens, I call them, our sisters and our brothers, have been accepted to all the Ivy League colleges.
Yes. I love this time of year.
All 8.
It's beautiful.
And it's incredible because we need that.
Yes.
Besides having the kids or doing stuff they don't have no business doing, and the support team that they have their teammates, their classmates, their parents, and they're just cheering them on. They're so excited.
I love it.
And it goes viral. It's always going viral, so I love seeing that. And there was a young lady on, I believe it was Channel 5 News, and she was saying, like, why do you need to do 20? That's just too much.
20.
Why not?
Yeah, I saw that.
Why not? Why not just 5? Make room. I mean, you're messing it up for other people that might try to get in. If they were going to get in, they were going to get in.
Exactly.
No matter how many schools.
Exactly.
The only time it should be a problem if you have to pay those application fees, and I know how that is. But if you're able to do it,
exactly. His mama did it.
If you can afford it, do it.
For his family.
Celebrate it as much as you can.
Absolutely.
There's a time when we couldn't even
Kudos.
go. You know?
Let me tell you, when I saw that article, there's like, we're like a little multi-nation in my office, right? And there's one white girl in there. But let me tell you, I didn't care. I was so angry. I bust out of my office like, what the? Ridiculous? What do you mean ridiculous? I was so mad. I said, who does white girl think she is?
Right.
You know, if the student was white, it would be no big deal. We would not be having this conversation.
Exactly.
I was angry that she would call her ridiculous.
They said, okay, so the base of it, a student applied for 20, African-American student
Including
applied for 20 colleges, and he got accepted to all 20. Now he has to make the decision on which one he wants to attend.
What's wrong with that?
And they were saying that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. If he would have gotten accepted to 5 of them, then he would have still made the news. No, he wouldn't.
Why?
No, he wouldn't.
Not at all. And I don't think he was worried about making the news anyway.
Exactly.
But he made the news.
Yeah.
And we're proud of him.
Exactly.
Yeah, which school he wants to go to.
I was
Kudos to that village.
They were laughing. I'm like, I was so angry. I forgot where I was.
You.
I did.
It happens.
I did.
Don't get me
I said that white chick on, that station. I was like,
yes, it's crazy. Those are our kids.
oh my God.
Might not
Yes,
be
they are.
biological, but they are our kids. Take a village.
Yes.
Take a village.
And kudos to the whole class of 2018.
Absolutely.
I got my senior this year.
Hey.
Oh,
My
My
film
baby.
students. No.
oh my goodness. I
So
got 2
excited.
more years. 2 more years. That's exciting, though. So
It's
we're
my
gonna continue.
first. It's different.
Yeah. Oh God, yes. Because when it was Brandy, I was like, "Oh my God, my baby, you're not gonna go anywhere. Wherever you go, I'm gonna follow you." Now and I'm like, "I'm giving it. Where you go? Go. I don't care.
Wow.
Go.
Ready to kick him out already.
Exactly. Yes, she good. She good. She follow out their mama, so she cool. So, what's wrong? Okay.
Yeah,
And
next.
why? So we're going to continue on. Today actually marks the 50th anniversary for Martin Luther King.
Yay.
Yes.
All right.
Assassination. So I had to learn a couple things about him as well, because we only know what they put in the textbooks. Unless you were actually there and witnessed a lot of the stuff that was going on, then you don't know.
Right.
If you, I mean, we're able to drink where we want to drink.
Yes.
Go wherever we want. So we really don't, we're not affected by it. But, grandparents and their parents, they know. So it touches them in a way that we would never understand.
Right.
So, because I don't know, I had to look up some stuff.
Okay.
And I'm going to read it out for you guys. I hope you guys are listening. Okay.
Don't put me to sleep.
No, I'm not. Be quick. Okay. Well, today marks the 50th anniversary of the April 4th, 1968 assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. Yet while his birthday has become a national holiday and school children across the nation and the world know the words of his most famous speeches, there are still many aspects of his life and work that remain lesser known. Some of those facts are perhaps avoided because they are uncomfortable. Others are merely lost in the great expanse of information available about the man. Dr. King in his last year was more radical than everyone around him. He dragged the Southern Christian Leadership Conference to campaign in Chicago, where his lieutenant did not want to go. He got pelted with rocks in Chicago and admonished his staff that white Americans had never intended to integrate their schools and neighborhoods. He added pointed that white Americans literally sought to annihilate the Indian. He defined the civil rights establishment, the Johnson administration, and his closest advisors by opposing the Vietnam War. He campaigned for a minimum guaranteed income and bitterly regretted that he could not speak in public about democratic socialism. At the end of the dragged SCLC into the Poor People's Campaign, now outflanking even James Bevel, his usual barometer of going too far. After he was gone, the memory of King talking to struggle to Chicago, rallying against the Vietnam War and economic injustice, emphasizing what was true in the Black Power movement, and organizing a Poor People's Campaign faded into the unthreatening idolism. King became safe and ethereal, registering as a mobile moralist. It became hard to remember why, or even that King was the most hated person in America during his lifetime. But the king that we need to remember is the one who keenly understood what he was up against, as well as his wife, Coretta Scott King, who stated, "I may be married to Martin, but I'm also married to the movement."
Yeah.
And I ended with this quote: "Behind every great man stands no woman. There is no greater man that can acknowledge the woman standing right next to him." Oh.
Whose quote was that?
No.
That was Curtis Scott.
Well, the first
no.
one was, "I may be married to men, but I'm also married to the movement." But the second quote, I don't know. It always say that,
that.
it's someone just standing, it's a great
Right.
woman, but
Behind
not
everyone.
behind him, but beside him, but acknowledge that she is there with you, not,
Yeah.
just she's there to support you in everything that you stand for. So,
Right.
Right.
I watched the interviews on MSN, and they were interviewing some of the survivors that were there. That was very, very interesting. It's kind of sad.
yeah,
though.
emotional. I looked at the pictures and went back, and it is just crazy. And then the people that are actually still here that were there with him. But there's a lot of stuff that we don't know. There's a lot of people that still with him. Just like Rosa Parks, she just wasn't sitting on the bus and refused to get up.
Yeah, there's a
she
whole
did a
story.
lot of
There's a
stuff.
whole other story behind her that they did not talk about.
Exactly.
Right.
Even his wife, she did concerts to help them fund the some of the community events that they were doing.
Right.
So we wouldn't even have Martin Luther King's Day.
Did Coretta ever remarry?
Her. No. I don't think so. No.
No.
No. Not
You
at all.
sure?
She didn't.
No, I'm not.
curious.
No, I'm not.
She didn't. No, she didn't.
How could you follow up with that?
Exactly. It's so many different things
you don't have
that you
to,
needed
but-
to do. I don't.
Just her. That's what you need to do, her.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But it's I love the fact that what I wanted to say was sometimes it's someone has to die in order for
The rest of us to live.
yeah
Yes.
yeah
It's unfortunate, but that's true.
It
Throughout
is.
history.
oh yeah.
it
Sad but
is
true.
and it's set so many things in motion, and I love the fact that he taught us how to protest.
Yep.
A lot of the protests that go on today are shameful to me because it's like, to me, he wrote the blueprint.
Right.
He wrote the blueprint on peaceful protesting, and it was effective, and it still works today. So why are we reinventing the wheel?
Right.
Because the ones who are doing it now don't really know, they didn't experience it, and they get a lot of pushback from others. Back then, everybody supported.
Yeah.
The majority they hit the streets. They
Yes.
all over. That doesn't happen anymore.
You know what I said? If you look at a lot of the pictures and stuff,
Right.
they got dressed up like they were going to church to go
Yeah, they were
protest.
always They sure did.
If you look at the way that they dressed, it was
a lot of pride.
I just noticed
always
something.
the
I didn't notice that. One of my friends have a painting of these people getting sprayed by the fire hose, and they were like suited and booted,
Always
getting sprayed by the water hose.
Always.
But there was a way. There's a way, and I think that Stephon Clark's brother,
You know
is
what?
not the way.
Martin died, and things kind of moved a little bit forward. We needed Jesse Jackson to die so we can go even further.
Maybe.
We needed another
Narrative
martyr.
change.
We needed somebody that had that same tenacity, that
Yes.
same heart, that same passion.
Yeah.
Because Martin took us as far as he could.
Yes.
He did his part.
Well, there's- there's been a
but the
lot
rest of them didn't.
Exactly. There's been a lot of martyrs in those situations that really stood proud. They stood strong for those movements. But today, it's like, what happened after they were killed or
Right.
martyred?
Right.
Nobody really. Everybody went back to their kind of safe
That's
havens.
right.
Nobody
Right.
really. Nobody paid attention and did anything about Pac's murder. Nobody
Right,
did anything
right.
about Martin's. Just the different people that passed away
Right.
and were murdered. It's like they got a little justice, but not really.
Not really.
Right.
Let me tell you something. If somebody like Martin was living today, and with all of our black men being killed by these officers, let me tell you
Yes.
something. It would be pandemonium in this nation. Not
Yes.
just in Alabama or wherever is
Yeah.
occurring,
Right.
because we're like, it's okay. It's because it seems like it's becoming a norm. I don't
It
like
is.
that feeling.
It is. And then it's okay that these police are actually getting off.
Yes.
But it
Like-
wasn't just
like,
Martin,
what
though.
the-
You got to think of the Black Panthers because they stood up against the police and brutality against these kids. It wasn't just Martin.
Yeah, but they're not as visible as he was. We need somebody that's visible, somebody that has. It's not enough to just stand up against them. We need somebody who has what it takes to draw others to the cause.
Right.
You have to be, so it's going to make people follow you, make people want to be a part of the movement.
Right.
But that whole issue with the football player that got down on one knee,
Right.
Kaepernick.
Right.
He was that. He was ready to give away his everything.
Everything.
You know,
And he did
for
pretty
that
much.
for that cause.
What he believed in.
And they believed in it. But a lot of people, they still went and watched football. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you put your life on the line, you can lose it all, but you need everyone to
buy
stand
in.
down.
That's
right.
To really mean business for you to really put your neck out on the line.
Right.
I wonder if he had a discussion with any of the players or anybody to see if they would buy into, or you know what I'm saying, organize a strong front.
Right. Well, we're still looking for that person. Then in the meantime, in between time, a lot of people thought it was going to be President Obama, but it wasn't. So I mean, because he was a people's president, which I respect, because we don't have that now.
Right.
Lala, what's the question of the day?
Question of the day is: should the schools be segregated?
Again?
Should we go? Yeah. Did it help?
Do you think that it helped with schools being segregated? Being integrated? Because now they have they're segregating the LGBT group. They have their own schools now. So, do you think that that's a good idea?
I don't think segregation is ever good, but, you know.
Why not?
I don't see how we benefit from being segregated.
I don't think we benefited when they put us all together. Cause
exactly why change it. I mean,
I believe when they put us all together, then you have different cultures, different lifestyles, and they wasn't teaching African Americans how they live, so we forgot our culture. You have the Asians, you have every set of group of people who have their different standards on how they are being taught. And we were taught...
Well, that's not algebra, math, English, science. What does that have to do with that? My thing is, I don't agree with the segregated schools, because if we are not put into the same social environment, because a lot of our time that our children spend and that we spend are in school or at work. Right. So if we're segregated, how do we even get to know each other learn each other's differences and learn that not every black person is the same and not every white person is the same? If we're segregated, we have to spend quality time together, and so that we can what am I trying to say? We can have a balanced social life.
Okay, so do you think it helped? I mean, what
I do. I do.
Okay. You think it would help if they segregate?
Well, what they did.
I think that integrating. We have a phone call. I believe that integrating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
Okay, you're entitled.
La, take your call.
Hi, who are you and where are you calling from?
This is Kevin. I'm calling from Lawndale, California.
Well, hi, Kevin from Lawndale, California.
Did you hear the question of the day?
Yes, I did. Actually, I just wanted to chime in because I personally think that desegregation was one of the worst things that ever happened to us as a people. Mm-hmm. And that's because, just going back with my own research and just watching, we made more progress because we had our own schools. I mean, you take people like Mary McLeod Bethune, who started her own school that's now became Bethune-Cookman College. That was done because of segregation. But once desegregation came in and we were no longer segregated, we lost all of those things that we once had. So I personally think that desegregation was actually the worst thing that ever happened to us as a people. And that's just my thoughts on it.
Okay,
that's
Kevin.
a good thought.
Thank you for calling.
That's the truth, though.
Okay,
we appreciate your call and your opinion, Kevin from Lawndale. All right, we're going to wrap up Lala's segment at this time because we need to go into our first break.
Okay. And if you still want to call in, the number is 323-293-3375. It is up so you can see it, but just in case you don't have your glasses on, I just said it for you. Okay, I am Lala, and this was what's on everyone's lips. And you can catch me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. EMissy Loose Lips Show, EMissy Loose Lips Radio Show, EMK _ at Loose Lips on Twitter. And up next is our beautiful Lady D's. Lady D's with Kissable Nights and dating over 50. How you like that?
Yeah, sexy. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to the EMissyK's Loose Lip Show. I'm your host, EMissy and we're going to thank Lala Young for what's on everyone's lips. That was very enlightening.
Thank you.
Yes.
Try my best.
Y'all. Mm-hmm. We have joined with us on the set the godfather of West Coast hip-hop. My boy, my bro, Lonzo Williams.
What's up, baby?
Lonzo.
Hello, lady.
Doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Fantastic.
I'm doing fantastic.
Man, we got some stuff to talk about
Holla at
with
me.
Lady D's today.
Holla at me.
I heard she want to talk about sex.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Put your Viagra back in your pocket.
Oh, mercy.
And let's have a conversation.
I got a drip.
A drip.
IV. Okay, I got a Viagra IV. Damn, I'm ready to roll all the time.
Stay ready.
Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready.
He left it in the car, though. Lady D's.
Good evening, everyone. This is Lady D's, and I'm talking about kissable nights.
Kissable nights.
Let's kiss.
So let's talk about those nights you
I
talking
wanna
about.
kill
Are you
some
talking about the NIGHT? Or the KNIGHT?
All of the above.
Yeah.
You got to get the KINGHT first.
Okay.
And then we move to the KISSES.
Oh, okay. You know what? She make me want to sing nursery
Okay,
rhymes.
no.
Go.
In the tree?
Yes.
Okay, listen, you guys. Okay, so there's a great perception that people over 50 are no longer interested in sex.
Okay.
I know you guys probably don't know anything about that.
I don't even want to know. What you know about that?
What's my vocabulary here? Church or street? Street. Okay. Fuck that. That's bullshit. Y'all got me fucked up.
Right.
I'm
You
way,
still want it?
I'm way past 50, okay?
You still get it?
Yeah, I still get it in.
Okay.
Get it in.
Damn right.
Get it in.
Yeah. Y'all got me way.
I'm not going there with y'all.
But contrary to the popular belief, there was a survey done, and it shows that people are very sexually active well into their 70s, provided they take care of themselves. You know, if you let yourself go and,
Block visual.
you know, what?
Block
What is up with that? See, it's stuff like that.
I'm listening to your segment. Just go.
Keep living.
Keep understanding I'm your child. I'm the baby, dang it. I don't want to hear this stuff sometimes.
Okay.
Your mama a freak.
I know. That's the problem.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is, and we love
Yeah,
her.
she
Let's go, mama.
probably got a black
Talk
belt.
to him.
Oh, anyway.
Or something else is black. I don't want to know about it. Go.
Okay, you know, sex between older women and men is no longer taboo.
Okay.
I mean, it's more than
I agree.
more than accepted, right? But why do you think that is?
Stress reliever.
So,
You know what? Everything
very
is so.
much-
Everything is open these days, though. Everything is open, and people are
There's that
trying
word
different
again.
things.
Yes.
Well, you know what? I think is because like the 50 is a new 30, you know? And folks, you know, when my daddy was my age, he had a heart attack, and my mama died before she was 50. So I mean, and they worked harder back then. Most of us nowadays, we have office jobs or something that's not as strenuous, so we don't get wore out as fast. So you know, we have and we're a lot more health conscious. You know, I go to the gym 2 or 3 times a week.
Translation: Ain't nobody got time to be waiting. Let's get it on. Let's talk about it right now.
Get it out the way.
Quit trying
And
to sugarcoat.
right? Okay, you better get it while you can.
We don't have much time.
but younger guys are willing. You know, I mean, they dress well, they smell good because it begins with the visual.
Okay.
I don't care what anybody say, but it begins with the
Always.
visual.
It does. I agree.
You know, and so you know, because it's kind of like this, our sex drives peak when we're like in our 50s and 60s.
Okay.
Right? And most of the guys in the 50s and 60s, unfortunately, it's a huge number are, well, let's just say they can't perform.
Okay.
They can't perform. They're lazy. They don't want to go. They don't want to do. They want to sit at home and watch television.
Right.
You know, they don't want to enjoy life.
Right.
You know, and so you're pressed to kind of reach back and get someone younger, somebody that's willing to hang with you.
Okay.
I ain't mad at them.
It keeps and it keeps the woman younger as well because it keeps her on her toes because she got to keep up with this young man, so it keeps her on her toes.
How do you feel about younger men?
That's not my cup of tea.
Uh-huh.
I get it. I get the concept. I really do. But I think I have a problem dating men that are the ages of my children. Mentally, it's a mental thing.
She don't have claws.
She got no claws.
No, she should, because they on her like I
can have one every
like
day
white
of the
on
week.
rice.
Yes. But that's just
every day of the week.
It's just does not interest me.
Gloves on your paws.
I'd be like, don't tell nobody.
But men over 50 are better in bed than younger men.
Well, I like sugar daddy, so you know.
But but again, why do you think older men are better in bed than younger men?
We got experience.
More experience.
Okay, elaborate.
We had a few laps around the track.
Okay, but what did you get from that experience though?
I know where to find the man at.
I'm going to tell you.
I'm not going to do this with you.
I get the ones that want to take their time, and it's just not some jackrabbit experience.
Exactly.
We're not selfish.
Exactly.
He said, we're not selfish. You can't say I caught no, seriously. Older men, because they have been around the block, and they have experienced things, and they've learned along the way. They picked up. And so by the time they get to our age, it's more about passion and pleasing than it is about just humping.
Right.
I think it's depends on the man, because if the man is being taught by another man that already know what to do, he's teaching that man, you have to please your woman before you're pleased yourself.
Exactly.
We're easy.
It's easy. As long as you please that woman first, everything's going to fall in place. As long as they're being taught. Not every young man is like that. That's all I'm saying.
I was about to say.
Not all of them are like that.
I got a few exceptions to that rule.
I understand.
I'm going to sit over here and be quiet.
But a lot of women know what they want, but they're afraid to tell a man that. So he thinks he's doing it good.
That's true.
And ain't nobody. And then he like, okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
I'll be like, whoa, Nelly, slow down. It ain't going nowhere.
I'm going to say that. I'm going to say it. I'm going to represent the men. That thing don't come with instructions.
No, but she does. I mean, she should be able to tell you that.
Well, I'm saying. Everybody likes something different. Nobody likes
That's true.
I totally agree.
I totally agree.
So you run there fumbling in the dark trying to figure out what's going on.
Literally.
And next thing you know, she's mad at you because you're taking too long.
Right.
But if you tell me where it is, I'll find it next time. Just X marks the spot.
Right.
I say just be patient. Let's have fun doing it. Just we'll work it out.
She has to be comfortable with telling them. A lot of women
But that's once you become a mature woman, they're more comfortable in their sexuality and who they are as a person.
Right.
And they don't mind communicating that.
Right.
To their gentlemen, this is what I like, this is what I don't like.
They tend to be more bashful.
Right.
They don't want to talk.
Exactly.
They shouldn't be more, they want you to figure everything out. I don't know everything.
He's right. We're not cookie cutters.
I'm vicious. I'm going to tell you, I don't like that. I don't like this position. No, I ain't playing with that. Don't put that on me. Why you got that on? No. I'm sorry, I had a moment.
Ain't your daddy a preacher?
You ain't there. You keep saying that. Stop snitching. PKs are the worst ones.
I should be reading scripture right now. Got me blushing.
Not that loose lips, baby.
Loose
lips, baby.
Welcome home, boo.
Welcome home.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think soft penises are underrated?
Who? Yeah.
What? She said
nobody want that.
Well, can you explain
what you gonna do with one?
A soft penis?
What you talking about?
Please explain what a soft penis is.
Listen, it's like a taffy.
Over 50, especially if you're African American, you're more likely to run into
my eyes water.
She said a soft penis. I need you to explain what a soft penis is.
I'm trying to figure out what's wrong.
Who wants that?
The number one myth of a soft penis is that a man is not feeling desire.
Okay.
Okay, this is simply not true.
No.
There are many reasons why a man has a limp penis before or during sexual activity that have nothing to do with his desire for you.
Okay.
So please don't take it as an indicator that you lower his levels.
But what if it happened too often?
I don't know.
Then he needs to take him go to the doctor.
He needs to go to the doctor.
Okay.
Stop taking the medication.
I'm telling you from a man's perspective.
I'm listening.
No, I agree.
From a man's perspective, sometimes y'all could turn us off.
No, you're right about that.
Open all that right there is beautiful and fine. You open your mouth and oh my damn. Now I got to figure out how to get through this because I'm not really into it no more. You just said something stupid at the wrong time, just like sometimes men say things to turn women off.
Yeah.
Okay? And
you going to leave your socks on this time too? I mean, you only going to pull your drawers to your ankles? I mean, what's that? Oh, my bad. I had a moment again.
I'm sorry.
So women, and on the other hand,
that's what they say.
On the other hand, some women don't really have to say a whole lot. They just know what to say and when to say it.
Right.
Okay.
True story.
And everything will react accordingly.
Right.
Okay.
You know, I had a friend. I dare not call her name, but I had a friend who told me that he didn't even realize until we started dating he could get an erection anymore.
Oh, you do it like that, Lady D?
Oh, then.
That's what you're doing? That's what we doing now?
But I'm just saying.
Is that what we doing in Orange County?
Men require more.
You know, I'm going to start using my key.
Visual stimulation than they used to. You know what I'm saying? Because men are, no matter what age group they're in, men are very visual.
Oh, yes.
And if the package is not right and the package is not presented right, you know, you just...
Right.
Slap it in the wind.
Can I tell y'all a quick secret?
Sure.
Ooh,
Secrets.
DJ Yella used to shoot porno in my studio.
Okay.
Okay.
So you just put him on blast.
And the first thing, everybody know he did it. For the first couple of weeks, it was the most exciting thing we ever saw. We got to sit in the room and watch him do it. Okay. So we saw all this naked ass and all these titties. Everything was beautiful. And after a while, you got numb to it. And even when you got with your girl, it's like, hey, babe, you got to show me some other stuff.
I agree.
I'm in overall on that.
Exactly.
You know, I've been eating M&Ms all day long and having a sugar rush. Okay.
I agree.
So,
how do you feel about watching porn with your woman?
It all depends on who it is.
Who it is.
It all depends on, because every woman don't like porn.
I'm saying if it's the woman that wasn't, how do you feel about that?
I got a whole stack of videos.
I got videos.
Do you make your own?
I got
Do you?
I haven't. I hadn't made one.
She did not ask that question.
He said in a while.
I ain't made one in a while.
See, that's one of them young.
When they start carrying them goddamn phones around, I ain't doing shit. No.
You probably all over the internet.
I'm already been on Vlad. I don't want to be on TMZ.
Oh, see.
Okay, so grown-ups play with toys a lot after 50. Do you agree?
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not over 50. I don't know. Lazo?
Yeah. It's in the trunk of my car.
You selling them, right?
I'm slinging them.
How much time we got?
Yeah.
It's on the bell.
It says,
Y'all messed with the wrong person. I got 5 kids.
A lot of people, there's a perception that adults who use sex toys a lot lose their sexual desire for another human being.
Nah.
It becomes more difficult for that person they're made to stimulate them and to excite them.
I've heard that. I don't have that problem.
It all depends
Not
on
at all. How many times you do
if there's
it
a substitute or if it's something you add from time to time.
Right.
It's like anything else. You get to become dependent on the damn thing. It's
Well, sometimes you don't have a choice but to be dependent on it because ain't nobody else around.
Well, I understand. Oh no! Oh, you just say that. I thought it was a couple things. We're talking about private things now.
Yes, it is.
Well, I tell you one thing. It will make you have a low tolerance for bullshit. You ain't got to answer this bullshit to get your rocks up.
Move! I got this.
I got this. Okay. Move.
Some people get high before they go to work. Hey, I have other stress relievers. Right. Yes.
Oh yeah. That's a good show.
So, Lady D's, thank you for that.
That's a good show.
Yes.
Hope my kids ain't listening.
That's a little late.
It's too late.
Mommy, granddaddy a freak.
Okay, so take his truck right now.
Okay, so before I go, EMissyK Entertainment, we're participating in the Relay for Life Baldwin Hills Cancer Drive. We're raising funds to help with the care of cancer patients and their families. They pay for room and board, they pay for drugs, they pay for transportation, whatever is needed. And so we are participating this year, and we are hoping that our friends, families, and fans and loved ones would jump on board with us and help us support this worthwhile event. The event is actually June 23rd. at what's her name, Yvonne Burke Athletic Complex. It's a 24-hour event. There's somebody there all night. It's a really great event. They have the police department, hospitals, everybody comes out to participate in this great work. And we're excited to be a part of it this year. So you can go on
Tell them about the Lumineers.
Oh, yeah, that's important. Yeah, because we were asking individuals to donate $100, and it was pointed out to me that there may be another way for those who don't have $100. If you have $10, you can buy a bag. What you call them, luminaire? Bag, and they put a light under it. But you write on there, if you're a survivor, you can put whomever name you want to put on it. Your name, someone that is deceased, or someone that is currently fighting, or just to be supportive. And you can pay $10 for this bag, and this bag will be lit up at night at the event at 9 o'clock at night.
I've always wanted to experience that.
Yeah, I think it'll be really, really special. Yeah, so if you don't have $100, don't cry. You can still donate $10 to this cause. You can donate. Go online to the website of the Relay for Life Baldwin Hills and look up EMissy Entertainment, and you can make your donations at that time. If you're doing the bags, you don't have to do it online. You can do it the day of the event, but they try to get as many in advance as they can so they can be prepared when you come. Right? So thank you for listening, and this has been Lady D's and Kissable Nights. Join me every Wednesday, 8 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you have any suggestions for topics or would like to be a supporter of this segment, please email me at laddeez63@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at LADDEEZ, and Facebook, Doris Jean Drew. And next coming up is the one and only, the lovely EMissy everywhere.
And when we come back, we'll be rejoined by Lady DJ Jamar and Lonzo, and we're going to get all up in their business, as Haley would say, because I got to get lipped. Because somebody got a project they got to finish. Right. Oh, wow. It's all good, though. Yes. But join us back for our break. We'll be back. Hello and welcome back to the EMissyK's Loose Lip Show. I'm your girl, EMissy. And over here, we've been rejoined by Miss Lady DJ
in his house,
Jamar.
Lady, you know what? I don't go by DJ. I go by I'm a SheJ.
SheJ. Oh, my man.
Let's go.
Checkmate.
Look at her. SheJ.
And of course, we have La Young.
I'm still here. I'm still here with you guys.
She coming to hang out with me and help me out with these interviews. Because Haley just abandoned me. I feel so alone. Nobody loves me.
Y'all love me.
Right.
And my bro Lonzo Williams.
What's up, baby? How you doing?
Yes.
You know what? I'm hanging in there.
Good.
I told y'all I'm starting like Aquanetta, but I'm be all right. I'm gonna be all right.
Don't push you.
As soon as I leave here and get back in my bed, I'm
not
just
mad
saying.
at you.
Yeah. So, Lady Jamar,
Yes, ma'am.
I want to start with getting to know you. I do.
Okay, what do you want to
I have
know?
a question.
Okay.
If you were in an elevator with Jay-Z and he said, you got till I get to my next floor to tell me who you are and why I should work with you, what would you say?
Wow. Put me on the spot like that. Like, woo.
Who are you?
Well, I'm definitely from LA, represent Cali Cal.
Okay.
DJ out the box. I've been, repping music for a very long time, from saxophone player. I was a dance choreographer at one time, and promoted and DJ fashion shows and things of that nature. So I'm definitely on the concert swing, full genres, and I represent for the ladies. That's what I do.
Nice.
Okay.
Represent.
Okay, you're off my floor now. So, Alonzo.
Yes, ma'am.
Same question.
Look here, Jay-Z. My name is Lonzo, the World Class Grandmaster, the founder of the World Class Record Crew, and everything West Coast hip hop. I have done more on the West Coast without a platinum record than a whole lot of cats have with platinum. Now, for this damn door open up, I need you to holler at me.
That door open. Or cut a check.
That's right, Lonzo.
Or cut a check.
Right.
So,
awesome.
Jamar, you're in an industry where female DJs aren't very favorable. They lean a lot towards the men. I've seen you do a lot of shows where they'll have 4 and 5 male DJs, and yet you're still in the building. How does that make you feel?
You know what? I've been like Madonna. I've represented and had to recreate myself so many times because music changes, the genre changes, people change, and you just have to stay in the game. And for me, it's almost like Obama that has to be so, because he's a black man and the president, he has to be so much better than his male counterpart as far as white boys. So I look at it the same way as being a female. I have to have my genre. I have to have extras. I do promotions. I do this. I do that. I'm there on time. I know the set equipment. And
that's important.
Every genre.
There on time.
Yeah. It's business. There's a lot of DJs. They're just not business. They don't handle their business. Period. But you could be a great DJ. You can spin great. But if you're not handling your business part of it, it makes no sense. They go hand in hand.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's still a business.
Right. Alonzo, you still run your club Eve After Dark, right?
Every Friday and Saturday night.
So, how do you feel about what Lady Jamar just spoke on?
What she's saying is absolutely true. I've been a DJ longer than anything else. I've DJed probably more sets than anybody in California. I know that sounds like a lot of shit talking. I'm talking shit. I'm on 6 nightclubs.
Yes.
I've been DJing since 1976.
Name them.
Wow.
Eve After Dark, Current Affair, Dudo, Skateland, World Club Hall of Fame, and Hollywood Park Casino. And every club I've ever had, I've been there for at least 6 years or more.
Wow.
So I've been doing this for at least 30 years. So, and usually, although you see Dre and Yella doing the DJing, most of the time DJing, but I was the one that started everything off. I was the go-to guy.
Right.
I had the experience. When they got stuck, they came to me. So I've done more sets. And I still do gigs right now.
Okay.
I only do oldie sets, though.
Okay.
I only do oldie sets. I don't call me. If you want to hear some trap shit, don't even call me. Don't even call me. If you want to do the huckabuck and the two-step, holla at your boy.
Yes.
So you want to get your slow drag on, some Delphonics, holla at your boy.
Okay, but Jamar, you still do the transitioning between the old school to the new school with your sets.
Yeah, pretty much. I've been on very different planes as far as DJing. I'm a DJ for Disney. I'm the first black female DJ for Disney.
Yes.
So
kudos.
I have to play. I have to play for every genre and everybody coming through there, and then I can DJ for my boy Pookie's Backyard Boogie and slap some dominoes and play straight gangster West Coast. So I can go to the red carpet in Hollywood. I can go to a concert venue and DJ. I can DJ for the radio. I can do your wedding. So I've learned the game.
Let me tell you something about yourself. Let me tell you something about yourself.
What I did.
If you guys don't know, Lady Jamar works with me every year for MLK Day. We run the KJLH stage in Leimert Park. Yes. And this year, I have to say, was pretty challenging. Mm-hmm. It was very challenging.
Oh, yeah.
And because of Jamar and the tempo that she kept in that place, in those streets on that day, the people never knew all the drama that we had going on behind the scenes.
Exactly.
You know, and it was beautiful. And I salute you for that.
Yeah, can I say something to you?
Yes, you can.
As a promoter and a stage manager, you did a great job by not going crazy. Because you had every right to go crazy. A couple times. Okay? I watched you. Because people, when it comes to showtime, they want their time right now. Right. Fuck what you're going through.
Yes.
Okay? I need it's about me. No, it's not. It's about the show.
Yeah.
And I watched you. I sit there in the corner. I was in the chair. I said, she's staying real cool. She kept everybody chilled out because I've seen a couple of sisters melt like candles under the same situation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You did that.
Thank you. But I had backup.
You know,
so no, seriously, it takes a team.
Oh yeah,
it takes a team. Sure, and with Lala ran everything else that I couldn't take care of. You know, we really did that as a team.
Oh yeah,
you know. Sure. But that music is what drives our communities.
Oh yes,
music is it's what everybody thrives off of. It makes you happy. It makes you sad. You set that tone.
You set the tone. Yeah, I can make you party it up. I can
make
you.
Yeah,
I can make you fight. I can make you horny. I can make you everything I want to make you through the music. Exactly.
Man. Yeah. You do it so well.
Thank you. I
have people, I'm going to tell y'all straight up. I have people all the time. They're like, I need a DJ. First thing out of my mouth is Lady Jamar.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, they're like, why are you always throwing Jamar out there? I was like, you know what? I know a lot of DJs, but I know what you want for your event.
Right.
And I'm not going to give you trash. I know who's going to bring it.
Right.
Exactly.
You know? And bring it every single time. And we've been traveling together for at least 3 years.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
For sure.
And I'm like, she does it every time.
I appreciate it.
You know, I know most of the DJs in the city. I know all the people. I know the four female DJs that I work with. Jamar, my girl, I call her Hustle Woman. I can't think.
Sparky.
And what's the mother girl?
Silky?
No.
Gigi?
Gigi Sweet.
Yeah.
Gigi Sweet.
And most of them are more professional than the guys I've worked with.
Right.
They come on, like I said, they come on time.
Yeah.
And see, I've been doing this for a long time. I ain't never missed a gig.
Yeah.
Car broke down, nose running, eyes running, had to hit your ride last minute. Thank God my truck had a stick shift in it. So when my starter went out, I had to push start my truck to get it going.
Right.
But I never missed a gig. Yeah. I may have been an hour late one time, but so was the bride and groom. I was 2 hours late, so they didn't even know.
Right.
So when I see young guys coming up, young people coming up trying to take this craft over, and they don't respect it, like I was telling them off the air, I've seen guys come to the club, no mixer, just a laptop, and he's plugged into his phone playing records. He got to scroll through YouTube to pull records. And the phone rang, and he had a conversation. People on the floor doing a wobble, and the phone rang.
I can't tell you how the first time I did a show, and somebody said, I need an aux cable for my music, for my track. I was like, you want to do what? You going to blow my speakers. Boy, go sit down somewhere.
Wait.
Even those that don't even pay attention.
Go ahead.
Phones ring.
There's so much new technology in DJing. You know, we came up on vinyl. You know, DJs, we spent on turntables and vinyl. Right now, they have Serato. They have things where it's computer program. You can bring 2 iPads and plug in. But it really doesn't give you the feel of a DJ.
Right.
And then all the new DJs now, you know, much love to all new DJs. I'm not getting on you. But if you dug in those crates, you deserve all the new technology now. You know what I'm saying? So, because a lot of the new DJs, they just pull all the hot music and they're the DJ now.
Yes.
But they haven't dug in the crates and really seen the essence of how to rock a crowd, how to monitor that crowd, see what it is.
Yes.
Don't play what you like.
Yes.
Come on. Play your party.
Play what you you don't play that later after everybody's drunk. That's what you want to do. But, it's an essence to it. And it's also a flow to it.
You know what, Jamar? If it wasn't for Serato and PC DJs, most of these cats be working at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Because these guys, most of these guys can't play dead in a coffin.
Right.
Okay? Yeah. When it comes, they only can do an hour and a half set. Mm-hmm. I don't know about you, but I grew up doing house parties.
Oh,
you got 5.5 hours. You can't even go piss. You can't take a piss until you got a James Brown record. You had to get the James Brown record with the part 2 on it.
Right.
Go take a piss.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So
got to give it up that 15 minutes.
You got to find that 15-minute version.
Yes.
Go take a leak. So when you've been there and you had to rock a party from 9 to 2, and Uncle Joe gonna still stay until 2:30, 3 o'clock. Right. Mm-hmm. You really can't repeat yourself too many times.
Exactly.
You got to be creative with your mix, or you only play into 20 people all night long.
Yeah.
Now you talking about working out? You got to dig in the crates.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna tell you something. One of my events we did at Bateman Hall, and I hired a DJ. I paid the DJ $550 to DJ my party, because he was a well-known DJ, and of course we wanted the crowd, his followers, what have you. And the day of the event, I got someone totally different. Like he sent his protege. I was livid, and then his protege, we're thinking that he's setting up. He went in and put in a pre-mixed CD.
Yeah, that's what they did.
So the people aren't feeling his mix.
Right. Right.
But because he wasn't a real DJ, he couldn't even go back and play something else or change the tempo or anything. Right. I'm just stuck. And I paid
$550.
For this.
That wasn't right. That wasn't right.
Believe me when I tell you, that was the last day I talked to the DJ that I actually hired.
Wow, that was all bad.
I had a DJ come to my club one time, right? He was a Korean dude, right? DJ Soul. And he, that's the name, DJ Soul. SOUEL. And he's behind the turntables. And this mix is off the chain. I'm looking at him, and I'm watching this dude is off the chain. And I'll go to the bathroom and come back, and I look down, he's bent down over, and the record is oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. He done bought a mix.
He bought a mix and charging you full price for that $10 CD.
I should have known something was wrong. His phone was Korean.
He
can't
now. That's all bad.
In Korea.
Wow.
Oh, bad. All bad. When I came up, I worked in clubs first. So that's the hardest thing to work as a DJ.
Yeah.
Because it's about, you have a different genres of people. You have the women, you have the bar, you have the promoters that's popping bottles, and celebrities coming through and stuff like that. So those kind of crowds. And when I first started working, I would open for DJs.
Yes.
And then, since I was a female, they would put me in a cutesy little VIP lounge and stuff like that and stuff. Right. So, but I was a full-fledged where I could have been mainstream anyway. Right. But I just did what I had to do, because I was getting in the business and getting them to know me and stuff like that. So I learned it's the crescendo. You warm up the crowd.
Yes.
You get them in. You know what I'm saying? They see who they want to holler at. You get your drinks. Then you take it up another notch. Mm-hmm. So DJs, they come in, they put the all gas.
Yes.
But, that's not how you do it.
By 10 o'clock.
You don't play the hot shit till after 11 o'clock. Right. You know what I'm saying? You savor it, and it's a crescendo. You take them there. Then you cha-cha them out. Then you slow it back down. Then it's time to go.
They don't know.
Okay.
I know.
So you just schooled all the new DJs. They like, I'm taking those
right now.
Michael Jackson at this one little venue. I was like, why are you playing Michael Jackson? Like, what are you doing? And then he did some fast songs, and then he did some Justin Timberlake. What are you doing? Everybody was sitting down, but he was just playing, and he was gone, but he never paid attention to the crowd.
Yes.
You cannot be a DJ if you're not paying attention to what they're doing. If they're sitting down, you're not doing your job.
Right.
Then he had a line of people around him. They all hyping him up. Dude, You're not here for just you. We need the party. I done paid my $20.
Yeah. So we gotta get to the nitty gritty. So Lonzo,
yes, dear.
What you got going on these days?
Oh, baby, I'm doing some everything. I was just listening to your mom talk about her event, the cancer event. I'm doing a golf tournament. I'm doing the first. It's called the check this out. The Grandmaster Lonzo First Annual Celebrity Prostate Cancer Survivor Golf Tournament.
Nice.
It's going to be at Lakewood Country Club. It's a pre-Father's Day event. It's on Friday, June 15th, which is my birthday weekend. My birthday is June the 16th. And I've always been an advocate for fathers. I don't think fathers get enough appreciation.
I agree.
On Mother's Day, y'all pass by on Manchester and Western. You can't see the stop sign for all the rabbits and the bunnies and baskets.
Everywhere.
Pass by on Father's Day, it'd be a nigga out there with a basket with a fifth of Hennessy and some condoms in it. Okay? I'm like, this is bullshit. So
really badly.
after I was in 2010, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and the only thing kept me from going nuts was the fact that other brothers stepped up. Hey man, it ain't that bad. You'll be all right.
Yeah,
okay. And what's really crazy, they tell you you're gonna go through this. You're gonna go through this phase, this phase, this phase. I went through one phase, and it was like I passed by these guys on this bus stop every day. They'd be drinking and smoking, and I'm like, why one of these guys couldn't have prostate cancer?
Right.
Why me?
Right.
Wow.
And they probably do.
You never know.
They ain't getting checked.
But then a few days later, I got tapped on the shoulder by the man upstairs. He said, if they had it, nobody would listen.
Wow.
Okay?
That's true.
So after that, I'm like, you know what? I only had a small amount. I had my prostate removed. And I went through the procedure of recovery. I'm 100% better.
Yes.
I became an advocate for it because nobody talks about prostate cancer.
Yes, true.
Okay? And it's one of those situations. A doctor told me to make me feel real good. He said, you got prostate cancer? I said, yeah, man. He said, man, look, if you're gonna get cancer, you want prostate cancer or skin cancer. What stage? I said, stage 1. You ain't sick. So understanding what you got, what you're dealing with,
right. Yes.
and especially with prostate cancer, early detection is everything.
Yes, it is.
And because we eat so bad, and it's definitely a food thing. Mm-hmm. We eat so bad here in America. They brought the age down from 50 to 40.
Wow. Right.
So when you're 40 years old, you let the doctor sit on his fingers.
Yeah.
And twiggle a little. No, but no, they don't even do that no more.
That's
a joke, though. That's a joke.
That's the test. That's what they do.
No, they used to do that. They have another way of doing it now. Because you'd be surprised. I would talk about prostate cancer, and I had guys tell me, "Man, I'll die for unless somebody stick their finger in my ass."
Oh shit! Well, you gonna die?
You're about to die.
Nah.
You're about to die.
So now that they have different situations that have made it a lot easier for detection and not so invasive. So that, and I'm doing my documentary. Tomorrow I'm doing the EMissy Unsung.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
I take that tomorrow out in Burbank, so that should be fun.
So you're pretty busy these days.
I'm Saturday I'm at the William Grant Center. I'm speaking out there on this music program, and then in next week after that I'm going to be at USC.
Good.
Speaking on the panel.
Okay, and you stay busy.
Also, Lonzo,
yes.
Didn't you just do a film with Michael Flores?
Yeah, I did the DJ.
I just shot one with him too.
I got called for that, and I had a ball doing that because most people that know me don't know I've been DJing as long as I have. I'm usually do my set and be off because I run my club like a radio station.
Right.
So I'm off and on. So if you come in after 1 o'clock or come before 10, you might not hear me spin.
Okay.
But I got told Michael. I was doing this before they had Newmark, before they had Sherwin Vega.
Wow.
I had to go to a place called Lafayette to buy a mixer that had a crossfade on it. It was a knob. It cost me $120.
Oh.
That's when Sherwin Vega mixer came out. It was $600. It might as well cost $10,000 as far as I was concerned. Right. I was getting $50 a night.
Yeah,
I had to fight for that.
Yeah. So, Lady Jamar, what you got coming up, lady?
Baby? Well, I'll be tomorrow.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I'm like Missy. I'm trying to get like you when I grow up.
Hashtag.
Tomorrow I'll be downtown Disney, so come check me out on the stage, downtown Disney, ESPN stage. So I'm there from 6 to 10 p.m. It's free, family, friendly. We have a ball down there. We're on the stage. You can line dance. You can
kids are on spring break. You might have to do that.
Yeah, so it gets packed out. It's thousands of people. So we have a ball. Yeah. So this Saturday, I'll be downtown DJing Julia. First Saturdays downtown at Julia's. I'll be there. Nice. Also, I'll be leaving for the Jazz Fest for Las Vegas. I'll be the end of the month. So I'll be spending some after parties down there. I'm doing a Saturday with Avant.
I saw that.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'll be doing that.
I might be on.
And then I'll be coming back Mother's Day. I think it's May the 12th.
Lady D's just threatened me.
She can't go. May the 12th. Also, I'll be for Mother's Day weekend. So you guys got to get tickets with Thixotics. It's a fashion show they do every year.
Yes, my girl.
So this year
my birthday twin.
Yeah, she has Najee this year. So
I saw that.
I'll be spinning that up on the 12th. So check my pages. I'm Lady DJ Jamar on Facebook. Also my handle on Twitter, and also what's the other one I have? It's Lady DJ Jamar.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yeah.
Look at
I have so many handles. I forgot which ones.
Okay, we need to wrap up the show. So Alonzo, tell the people where to find you.
You can find me at Real Alonzo NWA and on my website LonzoWilliams.com.
All right, you guys, and I want to thank you, Lady Jamar, my girl, my sisterella. For coming and give us your time. I'm so glad that you finally were able to make it in with us.
I had a great time down here.
And thank you for representing that T-shirt. You know I was going to mention it again. That's support. That's love. I really appreciate it. Alonzo.
Yes, dear.
Where can we find you? And I want to thank you for coming on. And how's those book sales going?
Book sales are going good. You can find me at the Boom Boom Room Friday and Saturday with the Mel Exotic crew. That's my business.
Got the scrippers?
Got the scrippers. I got all the ones you need. And all of that shaking. It's coming down.
Yeah. Right. And on your girl, EMissy, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. We want to thank our host of the house, Poetess. We want to appreciate
Poetess, what's up, baby?
Appreciate you for inviting us in. And especially at the last minute, y'all don't even know the struggle is real. And we want to thank our producer, Kevin Nelson, and our media production manager, Mr. MVIN. Yes. Yeah. And Haley B. They are not here. Everybody got better things to do than hang with us. So make sure you guys follow us everywhere at EMissyK. Look at our website, EMissyKent.com. I did it by myself. So if you guys don't do nothing but just go see my craft work, I'd appreciate it. Yes. I'm watching those numbers. Don't play with me. Anyway.
Get a t-shirt too.
Get a t-shirt.
T-shirt.
It's party. It's blinging and everything.
Bling, bling.
Yeah. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you check us out every Wednesday night live at 8 p.m. And you can check out our website to find out everywhere else you can find us, because we are everywhere.
Yes, we are.
Anyway, EMissy Entertainment. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
We're out of here.
Yes.